Mr. Speaker, for days the Liberals have defended personalised cash payouts for the Prime Minister's best friends. On Friday, after being caught, they said the expenses were unreasonable because they had no justification or receipts. The Prime Minister's poor judgment allowed him to sign off on something his friends now call unreasonable. So once again, what exactly are personalised cash payouts?
Honourable Government House Leader.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the policy that the member is referring to has existed since the 1970s. The previous government had no problem approving it, and just as recently in 2011, the previous government had no problem approving $300,000 in relocation expenses, including one for $93,000. But let's go back to Guy Giorno, former Chief of Staff to Conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper, and he had to ask, do we want a fair and independent determination based on consistent rules, or do we want Honourable Member for Saskatoon University to impose his arbitrary and personal opinions on people in a situation?
Member for Elgin, Middlesex, London.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's clear the Liberal House Leader only knows her approved talking points. Ironically, they were probably written by the staff she forked all the money over to. Approved personalised cash payouts for moving expenses must be accounted for. We have no answers. Why do Liberals only believe these expenses were unreasonable once caught?
Honourable Government House Leader.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Speaker, and it definitely means a lot coming from the member reading her question. So I will remind members in this House that this policy has existed since the 1970s. I will remind members in this House that this government recognizes that this policy needs to be reviewed, and that's why our Prime Minister has asked the Treasury Board to review the relocation policy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.